So, nitrogen. What kind of ion is nitrogen going to form? Compare note to the person sitting next to you.
I mean, I turn and then I'm like, yep. And I hear the answer.
Okay, so I'm hearing 3 minus.
Yes.
Okay, good. And you know that because it is?
3 away from noble gas.
Well, you know it because it's 3 away from a noble gas. It's group 15. It's got 5 valence electrons. If it gains 3, it looks like a noble gas, and it's cool. It's group 15. Don't forget that. Okay. Potassium. Okay. So, jot down what kind of ion potassium is going to form. Okay. Nah. Okay, compare notes with the person next to you or near you or +1. Wunderbar. You people are good. You people are fantastic. Yes, sir.
The number goes first, then the plus or minus.
Yes, we typically write 1 plus, 1 minus.
Does it really matter though?
Yeah, it matters. In our class, it matters.
I think it does.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I don't know.
Did you mark it wrong on a test if you accidentally?
You have to test me. You have to try me. You have to push the limits.
I'm just curious.
Let's find out. Okay, so groups 1 and 2 are going to lose electrons, form positive ions. Groups 15 through 17 are going to gain electrons, form negative ions. Then we have the metals, transition metals. So that's this whole D block out in the middle, plus some of the metals over on the edge, things like tin and lead and bismuth, aluminum. Those also form cations. So basically metals are always going to form cations. The ones in the D block, remember they had that weird crisscross overlap with their S's and D's? Some of them can form more than one type of cation. So for example, iron will form iron 2 plus and iron 3 plus. Fe. If you've ever been to the scrapyard, you'll see ferrous metals, non-ferrous metals. Ferrous metals are iron. It comes from Latin or the Greek, I forget, but Fe is iron. So, copper forms a copper 1 and a copper 2 ion. We'll talk a whole lot more about those closer to the end of today. Now, we have to name these ions. So, it's really simple for cations. You got to name the cat. You just call it by the name of the element. So, if you've got Na1+, that is called a sodium ion. It's not called sodium. It's called a sodium ion. If you've got Ca2+, that's a calcium ion. Not calcium, calcium ion. The distinction is that if you just say calcium, we assume we're talking about a neutral atom. You have to add that word ion to it. Let's practice. Well, we'll run down through these real quickly. So for negative ions, we change the ending. We go to an IDE ending. So a neutral chlorine atom, when it gains an electron, becomes a chloride ion. And that IDE is really, really, really important. Really important. When sulfur, neutral sulfur atom, gains electrons, it becomes a sulfide ion. The metals that have multiple ions have some special rules, and we'll talk about those in a second. Let's go to the board.